Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. Hold on to your hats because the NFL offseason just got a whole lot more interesting, and the Washington Commanders are right in the thick of it. Rumors and whispers are swirling around one of the most talked-about cornerbacks in the league right now, Patrick Surtain II from the Denver Broncos. That's right, reports from reputable sources like Adam Schefter suggest that the Broncos are exploring a trade that could send Surtain packing to the Commanders, a move that could shake up the entire NFC East and reshape the Commanders' secondary for years to come. This isn't just any rumor. If you've been paying attention, you know Surtain is a superstar at just 25 years old. He's already established himself as a shutdown corner, a true gardien du ciel, a guardian of the sky, as fans like to call him for his ability to blanket top receivers and make game-changing plays. Over his 5 seasons, he's compiled an impressive 271 tackles, 12 interceptions, and 59 pass deflections, all while maintaining a solid PFF grade averaging around 87.8. He's been recognized with 2 Pro Bowl selections, and last season he posted a PFF grade of 88.5, with 4 interceptions, surpassing some of the league's top cornerbacks in man coverage, including Sauce Gardner. So why would the Broncos consider trading away Surtain? Well, Denver has been navigating some financial and roster challenges. Despite their solid 12-3 record last season, the Broncos are facing a manageable cap of around $12 million, and their secondary, while effective, allowing just 20 points per game, is not their biggest concern. They're in need of upgrading the offensive line and extending key players like Nix, but they also have a cap dilemma when it comes to keeping Surtain on a $22 million annual contract. The Broncos seem to be leaning toward rebuilding or reconfiguring their secondary options, and a move for draft picks could be on the table, especially considering their previous trade involving Ramsey in 2023, which, while successful, left some holes in their defense. Now, if this trade were to happen, the impact on the Commanders would be massive. Adding Surtain to their backfield would immediately elevate their pass defense, projecting an increase of about 6 interceptions for the team, while also reducing yards allowed per pass by roughly 18%. That's a significant upgrade. Surtain's ability to blanket receivers like Jahan Dotson or Curtis Samuel would allow the Commanders to be more aggressive in their coverages, forcing quarterbacks to hold onto the ball longer or throw into tighter windows. When comparing him to their current corner, St. Just, Surtain's presence would mean fewer yards allowed per route, about 17 yards less, and a boost in their overall coverage efficiency, similar to how Tre'Davious White helped the Bills in 2024. And let's not forget the potential for turnovers. With Surtain's ball-hawking skills, the Commanders could see an increase of around 4 more turnovers per season, which would propel them into the top 10 in defensive rankings. That's the kind of boost that could turn close games into wins and give their defense a new identity, one built on aggressive coverage and opportunistic play. This move could also give the team a psychological edge, knowing they have a lockdown corner like Surtain anchoring their secondary, allowing the pass rush to pin its ears back and hunt quarterbacks more aggressively. From a strategic perspective, the addition of Surtain could be a game-changer. His coverage skills, combined with his size and athleticism, make him a matchup nightmare for any receiver. He's particularly strong in man coverage, which aligns perfectly with the Commanders' defensive schemes. Plus, with the team's focus on building a competitive core that can contend for a Super Bowl, having a player of Surtain's caliber sends a message to the NFC. Washington is serious about winning now and in the future. If the trade pushes through, it could even raise the team's odds of making a deep playoff run, maybe even setting sights on a Super Bowl appearance. Speaking of Super Bowl ambitions, the betting odds could shift dramatically with Surtain in the fold. Currently, the Commanders are seen as underdogs, but with a player like him, they could see their chances improve significantly. For context, the Super Bowl odds for the team might move from around +20, 0 to something closer to +4, 800, making them a real dark horse contender. In the NFC, their odds could jump from +10, 0 to +2, 200, signaling that experts see them as a real threat with certain anchoring their secondary. It's not just about one player, though. It's about the message this move sends to the rest of the league. The Commanders are all in, ready to challenge the giants of the NFC. Now, let's talk about the implications for the division. The NFC East has always been competitive, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys making noise every season. But if the Commanders manage to acquire certain, it shifts the balance of power. Suddenly, their defense becomes much more formidable, making it harder for division rivals to exploit their secondary. The Eagles, with their high-powered offense led by Jalen Hurts, and the Cowboys, with their stout defense, will have a new challenge in facing a Washington secondary that now features someone like Certain. It could mean more losses for division opponents, more close games, and ultimately, a tighter race for the NFC East crown. And then there's the question mark about Certain's fit within the Commanders' defensive scheme. He's known for his versatility, capable of shadowing the opponent's best receiver or playing zone when needed. His ability to adapt to different coverages makes him a perfect fit for the team's defensive coordinator, Jack Del Rio, who loves a flexible, aggressive secondary. Plus, the leadership qualities Certain brings, his calm demeanor and football IQ, would be invaluable for a team looking to develop young players and build a championship mindset. Of course, no trade is without risks. The Broncos might hold out for a higher package, or Certain's transition to a new team might take some time. But if the Commanders can land him with a package including a first-round pick in 2027 and a backup cornerback, that's a steal considering his talent and potential. It's a move that could set the tone for the team's future, giving them a cornerstone defender who can anchor their secondary for years to come. The NFL landscape is always shifting, and Washington fans should be excited about the possibility of seeing Certain donning the burgundy and gold next season. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, the potential acquisition of Patrick Certain II could be one of the most impactful moves for the Commanders in recent memory. It's not just about adding a talented player. It's about elevating the entire defense and making a bold statement in the NFC. With Certain's elite coverage skills, leadership qualities, and youth, Washington could be on the verge of transforming their secondary into one of the league's best, giving them a real shot at competing at the highest level and chasing that elusive Super Bowl ring. Fans should be thrilled about the prospects. This isn't just speculation. It's a strategic move that could define the franchise's trajectory for years. And with the right pieces falling into place, the Commanders might just become the team to watch in 2024 and beyond. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.